Hi, this is the Pantheon of M, and I'm Evie.
I'm Ray, and we're reviewing the film The Avengers 2012.
Take us in there, Ray.
Okay, as I drive into the Avengers game, the Battle of New York. That's what it comes down to. It's a culmination of six films that lead into this.
Yeah.
Because this is the completion of Phase 1. So this is the road to it all. So it's directed by Josh Whedon. It is a culmination of both Iron Man's 1 and 2, The Incredible Hulk, the Edward Norton version of that, Captain America, and Thor. And in the underlying thread through the entire MCU films, besides Hulk and Iron Man being their own entities at the beginning, is Loki. Is being the major antagonist in this film, and he's probably one of the best villains they've had. I guess next to Black Panther's Killmonger and Thanos, which was also an underlying villain throughout the major points of the MCU. Loki's been one of the most charismatic yet complicated yet very enduring villains we've had.
Yeah, definitely.
So this is it. This is what sets the stage in motion for the Infinity Saga, more or less. So you want to get into the overview of it?
Okay. Well, there's an evil character named Thanos, who wants to take over the world and defeat the Avengers. So develops a way to I guess open up a wormhole, and the Avengers have to save the people on Earth from what the villains want to do, which is up to no good.
Right. And the bad guys in this one are known as the Jatari aliens race that Loki has been charged to lead the invasion. And it's almost like Independence Day, where the collective, there's like a hive mentality.
Yeah.
Because that's how they kind of defeated. And we can spoil this because this is 9 years ago. So if you haven't seen this now, I can't help you. Really, none of us can help you. Either you watched it or you haven't. So if anything else, if you haven't seen this, I hope this incites you long enough or pushes you to go see this film, because it has all the Josh Whedon-esque, I won't say tropes, but it has all the signatures of what made Whedon such a great writer.
Right.
You have the humor, and you have the pieces of these small, quiet moments of when the heroes talk amongst themselves, and they quip. They have lighthearted conversations.
Yes.
You have humor in the most oddest sense of things like, what would someone say if so and so was in a room with each other? What would be these interactions?
Right.
And it really comes together brilliantly. I know people didn't think this movie was all that great, but obviously when you watch this, it's amazing because it works. Everything works. There's only maybe 3 major set pieces in this entire film, and just what I came out of it was just, wow. This, the way I felt coming out of the theater was this was a culmination of all the 6 films that led into this, and then the moment you get to the sequence where it's almost like a Michael Bay, where the camera is rotating around all the heroes at the base of an invasion of New York City.
Yeah.
That it clicks that these are the Avengers, and this is the sequence you see.
Yeah, and that's and that kind of brings them all together, in the face of a crisis, which is the Avengers were just really selfish and and they just cared for themselves.
Yeah.
But in the middle of the movie, it brings them all together to defeat Thanos and the Chitauri, or their attempt to do so.
Correct. And as I mentioned just earlier, moments ago, they're here to avenge something. That was one of the running gags amongst the actors, because they weren't given the ending of the script until near the progressing of it.
Oh, really?
So they were joking around we're going to avenge, but we're avenging nothing.
They didn't know
what they're avenging. But the one character who has a strongest thread through 95% of all the films that led into it was Agent Coulson.
Yeah, definitely.
He was, and the way they pitched it to him And the word they used was that you're the glue that puts it all
Yeah,
together.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And he was. And then that's when he realized, oh, I'm the glue that puts it together.
Yeah.
And then he hits him that it's the Avengers. What are they avenging? And then that's when you get into the whole concept. And that's when they actually sat down. Like, that's when the characters has a focal point.
Yeah.
And that becomes a really great story. And we as the audience really take the ride and go with them as
Exactly.
they take the fight to Loki,
Yeah.
the Chitauri, and
Right.
ultimately to Thanos' theme of conquering and
Yeah,
finding
exactly.
what it is that he's finding.
Yeah.
What are the highlights for you?
Highlights when it's when the Hulk is with Loki and he picks up Loki and just slams him everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was the funniest part, I thought.
No,
so.
it's oddly because my highlight is the Hulk too. It's when he sucker punches Thor.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Oh,
good.
yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
I'm like,
because
yeah.
I did not see that happening, and I think I burst out laughing in the theater. I didn't like. I was just my jaw dropped, and I thought that was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Like,
Yeah.
out of the whole thing, that I just didn't see that coming.
I know, seriously, just punches him.
Yeah, and like, he's not even in the like he's gone.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he saw it gonna be a foot, and then the body, like the body, and then the foot, and then gone.
Seriously.
And then a little cloud, like an
I know,
like an
it's-
Acme
Sure.
Tiny Toons thing, you know.
I
So,
know,
yeah. So what parts do you see in this that leads to Endgame? Can you see that leads into Endgame?
Well, right at the closing credits, like the post credits, Thanos and one of the Chitauri leaders are talking.
Right.
And they're like, "This isn't over," and they go, "Yeah." Thanos says something like, "I can, since they won't listen, I'll be back," or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, because that's the first time you actually see him.
Exactly.
You see a glimpse. Oh no, you actually see him on his throne, right?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. And then I saw like you can see like in the end game you saw like Hulk downstairs. Like
Yeah.
you have little side stories that lead into like the event that took place in the Star Tower.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're like because the elevator was too full and you say Hulk, you go down the stairs.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
And and then you have the Captain America fights, plural.
Right.
So yeah, well, looking at it now, I'm looking at it from the view of watching Endgame, realizing okay, where does the pieces kind of overlap a little bit?
Right.
And they hold up pretty solid in terms
Yeah,
of the
they do.
story. They make sense.
Because they take Loki back to Asgard.
That's right. And
Yeah.
Loki in this one escapes, and that's
Yeah.
where the divide is. That's where your butterfly effect is kind of happening, because this is also the event where we have the Loki series coming soon.
Yeah, you're right.
Because Loki escapes.
Oh yeah. And when is that coming out?
Oh, very soon.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to. I don't have no idea to be perfectly honest. But it's coming
Okay.
up. It was supposed to come out end of this year. It might be next summer, I think.
Oh, okay.
It could be sooner.
Could be. I don't know.
2021. I don't have the exact date, but I'm sure that it's already. I'm sure it's already been listed the exact month. But they tend to be very quiet on the amount of episodes there are and stuff.
Yeah, or just when stuff's coming out, right? Because Marvel's, I guess.
Yeah. Well, the focus on this one, it's going to be WandaVision
Yeah.
and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, which I'm looking forward to as well.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah,
I mean, the only part it might have just slowed down or got a little sluggish was at the beginning, under the mountain in the Pegasus complex, and just the whole thing from going from there into, going into where they're going to have the final fight. Just not the whole piece, but like just the opening setup. But but the staff was such an important piece,
Right.
and understanding like what the cosmic cube was doing
Yeah.
and its purpose in the film
Yeah.
was tremendously important.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I like, and then using the staff, which is ironically enough, to offset the cube as a weapon to get
Right.
into it. And it didn't occur to me only till now when I mentioned is that the staff, which we learned that is a cube entity as well, was able to stop another cube entity from doing what it was supposed to do.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, okay.
No,
I never noticed that.
One was able to use to cancel out the other one.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was fascinating.
Cool.
So anything else you want to say?
No.
Really, nothing else you want to say.
Go see the Avengers if you haven't seen.
Feel free to leave a comment down below. We'd love to hear from you. Get some ideas too, and what you like, what you don't like. It all comes in. It all helps us become better. So with that, we'll talk to you next week.
Later.
Yeah.